to pick on something that I started earlier with. I spoke about the fact that we keep talking about it over and over again. And you mentioned that year in, year out, we come on TV and we talk about the same thing. What measure would you say has been taken in terms of the fact that we see that most of our drainages are blocked? And why are these drainages blocked? Individuals, you know, throwing dirty. In that aspect, what do you think the government is doing? Is there enough education for that? Because if you look at it, that's one of the major reasons why we have our drainages blocked. In Lekki, you see a lot of dirty that has been thrown, and when the rain falls, you even see the dirty coming out. So what is that one thing that has been done? Since we have identified the problem, that this is a big problem, this is one of the reasons, what is that one thing that has been done, as opposed to we coming on TV every day and speaking about it?
We all have responsibility to play in this aspect of what the question you just asked. My own role as a citizen is to make sure I adhere to building code. 2, I don't build my house on a drainage channel. I did not discharge my waste on the drainage channel during rainy season. I patronize people that collect waste, and government to put the right infrastructure in place to check excess water control. I give you an example of how to manage flash flood water. In China, in Hong Kong, there is this pump, a high capacity rate pump that you put in a flooded area. It can pump water at a high rate, maybe 10,000 cubic meter an hour. It can pump water at 5,000 cubic meter an hour. It will remove water from the flooded area to a high ground area, and that will move. The flood will recede immediately, at least as an emergency measure. NEMA should have such a pump and distribute it to almost all the 36 state emergency agencies. Even state governments should buy some too. I think there's something like that in Ilubiri, Lagos State. I think Lagos State has maybe procure such pump. So if the other state government can do same thing, flooded area could easily maybe be removed before the wreck. The excess water could be removed before the wreck havoc. That's 1. 2, enlightenment and education. At least we have gotten that right. This is one of the things we are saying now. We are enlightening the populace. But where I'm going is the relief package for those affected. Look at what the First Lady has just done. Donating 1 billion naira from a pet project to the Makwa. Why other people? Where are the corporate body? What are they doing? People need this assistance. They need us right now to be supported so that they can get back to system again. So another area that we can do to relieve those people that lost their property, maybe we can't bring back those that lost their life, but those that are alive, we need to bring them back to the system. So these are part of the measure. Then governments should maybe give NEMA to quickly go outside there and go to relief, what do you call, camp, transit camp that will be created, and give people so-called, give them what's it called, handout for them to be able to survive again and come back to their daily life. So that's my own advice. But in a way, for us, maybe we should let them know that fighting war, victim from war and victim from flood, almost the same. Flood affects farmland. Flood affects education, affects daily activities, rail line, infrastructure, and take life. The same thing, war. In fact, during flooding, I'm not sure bandits will be able to come out and fight war. Maybe that will be my last word advice to the government on this thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
thank you.
I think so.
We can definitely...
They should know that the way they prosecute war, the amount of money they spend in prosecuting Boko Haram war, they should do the same thing now.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Because the number of casualties is hand in hand, is almost the same thing.
I definitely love your passion about this. We can go on and on and on talking about this. I love your passion. We can see that you eat, sleep, and drink environment, and we definitely love that. Thank you so much, Mr. Idowu Salawu, for joining us. Thank you so much. God bless you. But you know, I love the fact that he
you.
said he is a law-abiding citizen. I was going to ask him, what about the ones that are not law-abiding? Because we see it all the time, you know. And I speak about the fact that our drainages are in serious problem, and this is because we are the reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, to throw in bottles and so on and forth. You know, if you go around some parts of Lagos, I don't want to say all parts of Lagos.
Yeah.
You know, you see the drainages are blocked with either sand or plastics of all
Lots of
sorts.
plastics, yeah.
All sorts. And so we ourselves need to also be cultured on how to dispose waste appropriately. You see people put waste dignifiably on the driveways. And I mean, they bring it from their homes. For instance, when coming down from a coal bridge, I think yesterday morning when I was coming to the office, coming down from a coal bridge, I mean, this guy with a load of debris on his head, majestically walked to the middle of the road and dropped it right there. So who does he expect to take it? You know, so we need to train ourselves also on how to handle this, because we contribute to the blockage of the drainage systems, which then escalate to
you know. But Ibrahim, if you ask me, I think that there's a lot that needs to be done in terms of education. I think most people do not even understand the fact that they are the reasons why we see the flood. And I think that we need to identify that first before we can even push further.
You know, talking about education, there is this civic education that everyone, you know, learns growing up. And even without that, within the homes, you know, talking about parenting, there is this training that some parents actually give to the children. No, don't do this, don't do that. These are just natural things. But now that we have, I don't want to go there. But the thing there is, I love what you said concerning funding and how much we devote to fighting floods. It should be as huge as we also fight insecurity, because the casualties, the devastation is as though it's a war zone. And that's one thing that we need to do. When you talked about ecological fund, which is, you know, saying ecological projects and all of that, we should do more. And then follow through how much we have voted for this cause.
I know he said something about the fact that we talk about it all the time. I think it's high time that actions begin to be taken, and let us see these actions that will be taken. Well, amazing conversation on that, but I'm just hoping that the government listens to as well. Still ahead on TVC Breakfast, fractions clash in APC Delta North over endorsements, sparking heated political debates. Stay with us for more on this conversation.